Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and happy holidays. As we enter this beautiful season, I wanted to take a moment to talk about something that's been on my heart. Lately, humility and how it ties so beautifully with gratitude. The holidays are my absolute favorite time of the year. It's a season to unwind, reflect, shop, and most importantly, enjoy precious moments with family and friends. But amidst the joy and festivities, I believe humility is such an important quality to embrace. It helps us focus on what really matters, the little things that make life so beautiful. Today, I'm taking you along as I do a little post-Black Friday shopping. I strategically waited until after the sales, rushed to avoid the crowds and find some hidden gems at TJ Maxx and Home Goods, and trust me, I found some treasures. Of course, no holiday shopping trip would be complete without candles. I found the perfect ones for cozy nights at home. And let me tell you, they smell heavenly. But let me keep it real with you, one of my finds didn't work out. I bought this peppermint bark linen and room spray, which smelled amazing, but unfortunately, I had to return it because the sprayer was broken and it leaked everywhere. Things like this remind me of the importance of patience and rolling with the punches, even during the hustle and bustle of the holidays. Look at these adorable African American nutcracker salt and pepper shakers. A rare find, right? I couldn't resist these, they're so unique and will add such charm to my holiday table. And speaking of table settings, I also found these candy cane glasses, which are perfect for holiday cocktails I'll be trying this season. Stay tuned because I'll definitely be sharing some recipes with you all soon. So, how do humility and gratitude come into play here? For me, humility means recognizing that the holidays aren't just about shopping or getting things perfect. It's about appreciating what we have, valuing our time with loved ones, and remembering that even small joys, like finding the perfect candles or a rare collectible, are blessings. As I journal about gratitude, I'm reminded of how humility helps me stay grounded. It's humbling to acknowledge that life isn't perfect, like returning a broken room. Spray, but gratitude shifts the focus to what is good, what is working, and what we can cherish. This holiday season, let's all take a moment to express gratitude for the little things, the love of family, the joy of traditions, and even those quiet moments where we can just breathe and enjoy the peace of the season. And if you're out shopping like me, let me know in the comments what fun and festive things you found. I love hearing about everyone's unique holiday traditions and how you're getting into the spirit this year. Also, if you're journaling along with me, I'd love to hear how humility and gratitude are shaping your holiday experience. Oh, let me tell you about the candles I picked up at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. You know how they always have that incredible selection? I found a gorgeous cinnamon sugar candle in this beautiful frosted jar with gold accents. It's the perfect touch of glam for the holidays. And then there's this woodsy, pine-scented candle with a rustic wooden lid that just screams cozy winter evenings. Honestly, I don't even want to burn it. It's so pretty just sitting on my coffee table. And can we talk about the prices? I mean, getting high-quality candles for under $15 is why I always wait for those post-Black Friday finds. They make the house feel festive without breaking the budget, and I love rotating through scents to match the vibe of the day. Now, while I was there, I also scoped out some adorable accent pillows. I saw these plush velvet pillows with embroidered snowflakes that were just stunning, like something out of a designer catalog. And they had these cheerful red and white gingham pillows that were perfect for a farmhouse Christmas look. I almost walked out with one of each. But then I had to pause and ask myself, Kara, do you really need another pillow? The answer was no, but they were so tempting. I even recorded some clips of them because I thought, if I change my mind, I know exactly where to go back and get them. Plus, it's a great way to get inspired for DIY projects. Sometimes just seeing what's out there can spark ideas to refresh what you already have at home. Maybe add a new cover to an existing pillow or mix in some ribbon and bells for a unique holiday look. So even though I left the pillows behind this time, I left with so much creative energy. Oh, and if you're someone who loves changing up your accent pillows for every season, let me know in the comments. Are you team switch them all out, or do you prefer subtle updates? I'm definitely looking for ideas for my next shopping trip. As we approach the holidays, it's so easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle. But I find that reflecting on humility helps me reconnect with what truly matters: gratitude, kindness, and our relationship with God and others. I've been reading Melody Beattie's 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact lately, and let me tell you, it's been transformative. Her meditations encourage us to slow down, let go of ego, and embrace the quiet power of humility. One of her thoughts that really stuck with me is this: humility isn't about thinking less of ourselves. It's about seeing ourselves truthfully, our strengths, our weaknesses, and being willing to grow. Isn't that beautiful? And of course, what better way to dive into this theme than by exploring what the Bible has to say about humility? Let's start with Proverbs 15:33, which says, "The fear of the Lord teaches wisdom, and humility comes before honor." This reminds me that humility isn't about diminishing ourselves, it's about honoring God and allowing His wisdom to guide us. When we're humble, we open ourselves up to His purpose for our lives. Another verse I love is Proverbs 22:24. Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life during the holidays. It's easy to focus on material things, but true richness comes from walking humbly with God. It's about the intangible blessings, peace, joy, and meaningful connections. Acts 20:19 is another powerful verse. "I served the Lord with great humility and with tears, and in the midst of severe testing by the plots of my Jewish opponents." This one really makes me pause. It reminds me that humility often involves perseverance through trials. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about maintaining faith and integrity through them. Now, let's turn to Colossians 2:18 and 2:23, which warn us about false humility. These verses are a call to be genuine in our intentions. Humility isn't about appearing modest to gain approval or attention. It's about being honest and authentic in our walk with God. And finally, there's 1 Peter 5:5 in the same way. "You who are younger, submit yourselves to your elders. All of you, clothe yourselves with humility toward one another, because God opposes the proud but shows favor to the humble." I love the imagery here. Clothe yourselves with humility. It's a daily practice, like putting on an outfit. We choose humility, we wear it, and we let it shape how we interact with the world. Reflecting on these verses, I've been journaling about ways to embrace humility this season. For me, it's about small acts of kindness, like listening more than I speak, admitting when I'm wrong, and being willing to serve others without expecting anything in return. Melody Beattie also talks about gratitude as a pathway to humility. When we're grateful, we acknowledge that the blessings in our lives come from something greater than ourselves. So I've been trying to cultivate a heart of gratitude by noticing the little things like the warmth of my home, the love of family and friends, and even the joy of finding a rare treasure while shopping. Let's dive a little deeper into the remaining scriptures on humility. These verses have truly been shaping my perspective this holiday season, and I hope they inspire you too. Starting with Acts 20:19, "I served the Lord with great humility, and with tears, and in the midst of severe testing by the plots of my Jewish opponents." What strikes me about this verse is the connection between humility and service, especially during trials. Paul's humility wasn't just a quiet virtue, it was active. He served God wholeheartedly, even in the face of opposition. During the holidays, we're often tested in smaller ways: patience in long lines, kindness to someone who's having a bad day, or even humility in letting go of the need to control every detail. This verse reminds me that true humility often requires us to lean on God's strength, especially when things get tough. It's about saying, God, I trust you to guide me through this moment. Next, Colossians 2:18 says, do not let anyone who delights in false humility and the worship of angels disqualify you. Such a person also goes into great detail about what they have seen. They are puffed up with idle notions by their unspiritual mind. This verse is such a powerful warning against false humility. It reminds me that humility isn't about putting on a show or diminishing ourselves for the sake of appearances. It's about authenticity, being real with ourselves, with others, and with God this season. Let's focus on genuine humility, not as a performance, but as an offering to God. Similarly, Colossians 2:23 continues this thought. Such regulations indeed have an appearance of wisdom, with their self-imposed worship, their false humility, and their harsh treatment of the body. But they lack any value in restraining sensual indulgence. Here, Paul challenges us to look beyond the surface. It's easy to follow traditions or rules for the sake of appearance, especially during the holidays. But real humility comes from the heart. It's about the intentions behind our actions, whether we're giving, serving, or simply being present with our loved ones. And finally, 1 Peter 5:2-5, in the same way. You who are younger, submit yourselves to your elders. All of you, clothe yourselves with humility toward one another, because God opposes the proud but shows favor to the humble. I love the imagery of clothing ourselves with humility. It suggests that humility is a daily choice, something we consciously put on. During the holidays, this might look like being more patient with family, forgiving past hurts, or simply stepping back to allow someone else's voice to be heard. Let's make it a point to clothe ourselves with humility this season, not just for the holidays, but as a way of life.